All right, you ready to rock this this tuna world up for everybody? Yes, sir, I am. Okay, 5 things I don't like and like about my Seiko tunas. I have here the 033 and the 031. And I will talk about, well, let's talk about it right now. This 031, I'm sorry, this 033 has DiaShield polished tuna can shroud. It has a black date window. They both have the black date windows, and I prefer that to the white date window on the 017. The 017, what I miss about that, and I had it twice, sold it twice, I miss those giant crop circle lume markers, even though purportedly this is 30% greater lume. And so I just want to spare you cliches as I talk about these tunas. I'm not going to say talk about value proposition. I'm not going to use the word the iconic Seiko Tuna remains the quintessential tool diver of the day. I'm going to not tell you that the lume shines like a Christmas tree. I'm going to spare you the cliches. Can't do it. Let me just begin then with my crazy tuna story. I fell in love with the tuna about 5 years ago, and I was at the point where I was spending, for me, $300 was an enormous amount of money to spend on a watch, and I just couldn't see myself spending $900 or more on a watch. And you know how it is when it comes to spending money on watches. You slowly climb up the ladder. Suddenly 500 doesn't seem crazy, 700 doesn't seem crazy, and then you're thinking, you know what, I could pull the trigger on a $900 watch. And so I got that 017, and I kind of ruined it. You know what I did to it that ruined it? I put it on a super engineer, and it was just too busy. It took away from the watch. The super engineer works for some watches, but I don't recommend it for the tuna. It actually works for the baby tuna. It's funny, it's called the baby. It's called the SRP 637, but I just find the build quality on those quasi tunas to be, I don't know, they feel like consolation prizes at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. So I'd rather you just spend your money on a tuna if you're going to get one. But eventually I replaced the 017 with the 033, and while I miss the crop circles on the 017, I prefer the fact that I'm getting anti-scratch DiaShield and I'm getting the black date window on the 033, and I'm not ruining it by putting on a super engineer. It's on an end mill. And so let's get down to business. 5 things I don't like about the Seiko Tunas. Well, number 1, they cost too much. $1,000 for a quartz watch with no sapphire? Get the heck out of here. Are you trying to insult my intelligence? Stick a 6R15 sumo movement in this, put some sapphire on it, and then charge me $1,000. Now I feel like you're respecting me. But I feel like I'm being disrespected. So, whoa. The problem is I don't know what to get at this price that's going to have the same wow factor. So, thanks a lot, Seiko, for making me buy. You forced me to buy these tunas. Oh, I'm mad at you. Number 2, the second thing I don't like about them, well, I like and I don't like, they don't have lugs. And the fact that they don't have lugs means people with smaller wrists can wear them, in spite of the purported 48mm size, even though I think they're more like 45. I have an 8-inch wrist. It kind of just sits on your wrist. I like lugs in the fact that you have the curvature that cradles the wrist. It envelops the wrist, and I like that feeling of connection to it. Number 3, they don't have sapphire, as I mentioned. Number 4, I don't like a 5-year quartz. I'd rather have a solar quartz or a 6R15 movement. And then number 5, I hate myself for loving these too much. I mean, I've tried to persuade myself to sell these, and I can't do it. They look too good. I'm angry. They just, I can't believe I'm keeping a quartz watch with no sapphire, and I have 2 of them. Are you crazy, McMahon? Well, let's talk about that some other time. Well, let's talk about 5 things I like about the tunas. The shroud looks unlike anything I have. I mean, I'm digging this tool look. What am I when I wear this? Am I a Navy submarine inspector? Am I, in charge of the sonar equipment as I do underwater surveillance while I'm wearing this? It's unbelievable. I love that shroud tool look. Number 2, these tunas command respect in the marketplace. Let me give you an example. 2013, my twin girls are 2 years old. My in-laws are babysitting them in Long Beach. My wife and I go out for lunch and a movie, something we rarely did at the time, having twins. And I'm wearing my Seiko Tuna. It was the 017 at the time. It was on a Super Engineer. We're in a Whole Foods. We're buying lunch at a Whole Foods grocery store in Long Beach when and we're going to go see the 2013 David Russell film American Hustle afterwards. So we're in the Whole Foods, and I'm perusing the produce when a mother with her baby stroller asked me what time it was. There you go. Everyone, all these hundreds of people shopping at Whole Foods, and who does she ask for the time? Mr. Tuna. That's right. When you wear the tuna, you're a man who cares about time. When you wear a tuna, you're a man who knows what time it is. McMahon, are you doing an advertisement for Seiko? Yes, I am. In fact, at the age of 56, I think I just discovered my life calling. I'm going to go into advertising. I'm going to be a watch salesman. Yeah, good luck with that, McMahon. Okay, forgive me. Anyways, kind of a joke. Number 2 is kind of a joke. I can't resist telling you the story. By the way, American Hustle was a great film. Still remember my Seiko Tuna moment in the Whole Foods. You're crazy. All right, number 3, the gotta wear it factor, the ineffable, mysterious quality. Some watches, you just have to wear them. Did you know that this 031 is so stunning? I got angry at owning the Orient Saturation Diver because they're both black bezel divers, and I sold the Orient Saturation Diver because I resented that it was taking up wrist time from my 031. Wow. Can you believe it? I sold a sapphire watch with a movement, with an automatic movement in it because I was angry that it was taking up time from my 031. Talk about the gotta wear it factor, and I don't regret doing it. If I'm going to put on a black bezel diver, hello. And you know what? I got a Sumo too, so I already got too many watches in that category. Have you ever noticed you could just buy one watch too many in one particular category and it ruins your whole collection? And you're like, you go haywire. Oh yeah, isn't it fun to be a watch obsessive? All right, number 4. God forbid if you should have to resell this or sell it, but the thing is, they command a high resale value, so that's good. Number 5, the loom will blow your mind. Good luck trying to find a loom like this. The loom is stunning. I love the loom. Did you know that Deep Blue CEO Stan Batesh was selling his Deep Blue watches back in the day on Shop NBC? I think it's now a Vine, and I don't even think he sells his watches on that TV station anymore. But I remember he was talking about how men love loom. He did a lot of research on it, and men have to have loom, Though I wouldn't mind having a cocktail watch, a Seiko cocktail watch to wear once in a while, which I'm sure has no loom on it whatsoever. But by and large, I want a watch that has some good loom on it. So the loom is good, number 5. What's my conclusion? What if someone put a gun to your head and you had to have just one of these bad boys? Goodness great. Oh my God, what is the ultimate tuna? You know what? It's funny. I mean, it would be terrible, but I would force myself to keep the 033. Well, it has the DiaShield anti-scratch coating, but here's the thing about the 033. Because it's stainless bezel, it's more of a monochromatic look, and in my imagination, the ideal tuna is monochromatic. This is my first impression of what it's imprinted in my mind. This is what a tuna looks like. And so it's funny when I wear this this beautiful 031, I don't even think of it as my tuna. I call it my Seiko Marine Master. Well, of course they're both called Seiko Marine Master tunas. So I would probably keep the 033. I still miss the 017, but I'm not going to get it. I'm going to suffer the 033 because I like the fact that it has anti-scratch dia shield, and I like that it has better lume, and I like the fact that it has a black date window. I'm not going to fork out another $1,000 to get an 017 in my collection that's quartz with no sapphire. That is not happening. I'm happy with the two Tunas that I have. I actually feel spoiled that I own two. What are you, a completist? No, you're not a completist, because if you're a completist, you'd have the all black one, you'd have the blue dial one, and I'm not going down that road, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't have one, should you get one? I don't know. It depends if you're into the non-lug look. It depends on if you can deal with no sapphire and a quartz battery. But I mean, I can tell you, I loved them so much that I wanted to give wrist time up, and I actually sold my Orient Saturation Diver, which had been a grail of mine for a long time. So there you have it, man. I don't know if you should get one or not. They are pricey. I know there are lesser priced alternatives, but in my experience, when I get those quasi tunas, you know, the baby tunas, or there's some solar tunas out there, I don't know, they don't do it for me. I feel like I got a consolation prize. So, if you really like this look, I think you better just get one of these bad boys and end the madness right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I am out.